Welcome in, gentlemen. Another installation of the Sunday conversation. Today is December 29th. So we got some gentlemen in the chat. Welcome in, everybody. So today I got something a little bit actionable that you guys could do for the end of 2024 going into 2025. We're going to talk about setting yourself up for success in 2025. What to do before the new year in about 3 days, right? So if you guys are in the chat, follow along. I would definitely highly recommend writing this down. Definitely follow along. This is something that you guys could do with me at the same time. And as I'm going through it, writing down your points and talking through this kind of stuff. So let me pull up my notes here. The name of this episode is Setting Yourself Up for Success in 2025, What You Could Do Right Now Before the New Year Starts. The last few days of the year are not just about celebration and the parties going into January 1st. It's the golden opportunity to prepare yourself for a strong start in 2025. Small actions now can create massive momentum going into the new year. So setting yourself up these last couple of days of 2024 are going to make for extreme gains. Back, we good? Back, we good? Gentlemen, see the stream? Wait, if I cut out, let me know if we're good. Okay, we're good. We're back. So back to step one. What you could do in 2024 that's going to set you up for 2025. That's the name of the episode today. So point number one, before I got cut off, reflecting on 2024 on what worked and what did not work in 2024. This is super important. Reflection helps you learn about your successes and your failures of what you did in the year. This is going to help you prepare a game plan moving forward in 2025 using the things that did work. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 major wins you had in 2024 and then 3 losses that you learned lessons from. This could be small losses, this could be monetary losses, whatever it is. What this does is helps to identify habits or routines that support your success of what worked and those that held you back and maybe gave you some losses. So this is a good way to identify what you did in 2024 that worked for you and a few things that did not work for you. So write those down. 3 successes, 3 failures in 2024. An example I like to use, one that can pertain to everybody, is if you've seen that consistent gym gains for 2 weeks at a time, you went to the gym for 2 weeks and you saw consistent gains there, well, you're going to have to continue to do that for 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks here, a couple days off, 2 weeks again, and continue to stack those wins. If you know that 2 weeks in the gym with your routine gets you the fitness you want to be, continue to do that 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. A lot of people just give up on what they're doing and then they lose all their progress. So continue to stack those wins and continue to set goals that you know you're going to hit. So that leads us into step number 2. Make sure you set clear and achievable goals for 2025. Why is this important? Well, obviously your goals are going to provide a direction and a purpose as to what your work is doing on the day to day. If you don't have goals, you don't have anything you're acquiring to get to. So actionable steps you could take for this. One that I mention all the time in this show, the Sunday Conversation, is using SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relative to your niche or your industry, and then time bound. Setting it out for 3 months, setting it out for 30 days, whatever it might be. And what I like to do with SMART goals is to divide them into the categories, whatever you're trying to work on in your life. It could be your career if you work a 9 to 5. It could be your health and fitness if you're trying to go to the gym and try to get better. It could be about your finances. You have credit cards to pay off. You have a mortgage you're trying to lower the interest rate on. You're trying to get invested in crypto. You're trying to put money away, whatever it might be. And then obviously personal development, maybe developing a side hustle, maybe developing other skills that you want to build on in the new year. So those are some tips on setting achievable goals in 2025. Again, using SMART goals. Specific. You're specific about what you're doing. It's measurable. So it has if you're trying to get 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's going to be one of my goals. I have a number I'm trying to get to. It's measurable. It's achievable. I'm not going to write down my goals to have 10 million subscribers on YouTube this year because that's probably not achievable. And then relative to my niche, relative YouTube, whatever it might be, and then time bound, a specific time frame within 2025. So break your yearly goals into quarterly milestones if that helps. So if you don't have the long-term vision of looking at things 365 days a year, break it up into the first quarter, those first 3 months of the year, then the second 3 months. All right? Any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll talk through any points you guys want to have. Number 3, one of the most important ones, a lot of people talk about doing this every single year, but they don't end up doing it, is organizing your finances. This is super important. Financial clarity in the new year reduces your stress and helps you make smarter decision making when it comes to your businesses. If you don't know where your next paycheck or anything is coming from, you're going to be a lot more stressed out of trying to start a business. One thing you could do is review your spending in 2024 and create a realistic budget in 2025, whether that's rent, groceries, whatever it might be, whatever you spend your money on. Having a budget of where your money is going in and out of is going to help you tremendously to set financial goals like paying off your debt, like I talked about with credit cards, and also increasing your savings, increasing that cash pile, increasing your crypto investments, or even starting your investment plan. If you don't invest now, saving up every paycheck, you're putting away $500. You're putting away $500 every paycheck. Before you know it, you have a couple $1,000s that you're ready to throw into the crypto markets and you're ready to get involved. So these are just quick, actionable steps you could do. I highly recommend a budget spreadsheet. If you don't have one, go on Etsy, buy one, $1.99, $2, right? $3. They're not expensive. You can save them down. They have the Google Sheets, whatever you use. Start tracking your money, where it's going. Start tracking your income. Start tracking your expenses. Because like I said, a lot of people don't. I said this in a past video. A lot of people know where their income is coming in. They know how much money they're making. But their expenses, it just slips their mind. They don't even think about their expenses, which is the second part of the equation in making money. Is how much you bring in minus how much you spend. It equals how much you save. So that's stuff you guys got to think about. So number 4, I think is good for a like just around the house. If you guys work from home like I do, if you want to declutter your space. So number 4, decluttering and cleaning your space that you work in. So a tidy environment boosts your productivity and helps your mental clarity, especially in your office space. Especially if you work from home, you want to have a clean area that you work from on the day-to-day. So what I would do, my actionable steps for this would just be take a look at your workspace. If you're sitting there watching this video right now, look around you. What could be cleaned? I would first start with a Clorox wipe. Wipe the place down, get it clean, and then start organizing yourself. If you have books piled up that you use, go buy a bookshelf. Put a bookshelf up in your office space so you have your books organized and tidied up. Just declutter your workspace in your home to get rid of unnecessary items you don't use or just things that are distractions. Organize files in your computer is another good one. Organize your email inbox. Go through, delete old unnecessary stuff from 2024 that you're not going to look at. That's just going to be a distraction moving forward. Mike, I don't know. I like my junk drawer. Listen, I have a junk drawer, a junk drawer too, and I will say I cleared it completely out, and now it's not really a junk drawer anymore. It's just more where I put pens and I put different things that I'm going to write with, my notebook. So that's helped me out a little bit starting for this new year. So another thing with just organizing is I like to create a dedicated space for goal setting, because a lot of the time when I start writing things down and when I'm journaling, it's in my office space. It's in the area where I'm working completely. What I like to do is I like to step outside on the balcony and I like to start journaling my goals because it gets me in a different mind frame as opposed to where I'm sitting down and where I'm working on day to day. So when I go out and I sit on the balcony and I'm getting some fresh air, I'm able to kind of just distance myself from my day-to-day work, and I'm able to actually just write my goals out, not thinking about what the work that's going to entail for that. So any questions, guys, please let me know. We're going to jump into number 5 now. So planning your schedule for January. I think this is a good actionable step you guys could take to set yourself up for the new year. Starting the year with a structured plan sets up the tone for success. You know what you're going to have to do on January 1st through the 31st. It's something that you could write down. January 1st, I'm doing this. January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and so on. So take a look. If you don't have one, go to Target, go to Walmart, wherever you're from, and go buy a calendar. Go buy one you can put up in the room behind you. I like the whiteboard ones, is the one I have. So it's just 31 days, and then you could change the month, you could change the days. And to go in and write down what you're going to do on every day. For me, I know my schedule is basically built out every single day of the week. Sundays, I know I'm doing the Sunday conversation. Saturdays, I'm prepping for that. Wednesdays, I'm doing the gentleman's code. I'm doing editing and video stuff after that on Thursdays and Fridays to try to get more videos up, to get shorts up. So having actionable steps that you could do will set yourself up for major success. Even if you want to use a digital planner or your calendar inside your computer, Apple has a great calendar that I connect with my Gmail, so that kind of stuff with calls and everything links right up, and you guys could just get that going. And even with that, create a morning routine to help you out that supports your goals even more. So if you're waking up in the morning and you don't have your calendar set, you don't know what you're doing today, you're lollygagging for the first 2 hours of the day, you're cooking breakfast, you don't know, you're thinking about what you're going to do, you're at a disadvantage, because if you just had your schedule and you have a morning routine, I wake up, I make my coffee, I journal for 30 minutes, I look at charts here, here, and here, I look at my revenue streams from my e-com store, and I analyze what could be better in my marketing, right? If you have a plan of what you're going to do, your morning routine of what you do every single morning, then you're not going to be able to lose because it's consistent day in, day out, day out. You have a calendar, you're scheduled to what you're supposed to do. Cindy sent, my goal for 2025 is locking in my master's degree in cybersecurity. Great. That's a great goal to have. Continuing your education, actionable, achievable, all those types of things. So happy that you're working on that. That's going to build you a lot of credibility in your industry for sure. So another number 6 here in setting yourself up for success in 2025, building momentum early in the year with small wins. A lot of people are going to try to come into 2025 and they're going to try to hit the home run on the first couple weeks, right? But achieving small goals is going to boost your confidence and your motivation to continue to hit those big goals, because you're not going to be able to walk up to the plate in 2025 and hit the grand slam. That's just not how it's going to work. You have to slowly build up and hit small achievable goals before you look back in December of 2025 and you're going to say, oh wow, I set my goal to do this in 2025 and I did it in November. I did it in October. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there if it's a really heavy, high achieving goal. But so building momentum and small wins to get there is only going to benefit you. So complete a task that you've been procrastinating in 2024 maybe before the year ends, and you're like, wow, I've been procrastinating on this goal for 3 months, 6 months, a year, but get it done right now before 2025, and that's just going to get the ball rolling for you on January 1st, January 2nd. Complete another small task that you're thinking about doing that you haven't been wanting to do, procrastinating. Small wins is what we're trying to do here. Number 7, connecting with your network. The New Year's always, in the holidays, are always a great time to reflect on what you've done throughout the year, but it's also a good time to connect with your relationships, especially your people that you're friends with or people that you work with, whatever it might be for personal or professional growth. Just reach out to them. Tell them happy holidays, happy new year. You're excited to work with them in 2025. You're excited for what the new year brings. Reach out to your mentors. Maybe you have somebody you look up to in the Taylor's Code. Reach out to them. Say, hey, listen, I'm really excited for what we did in 2024, but I'm looking forward to what we're going to do in 2025 even more. Reach out to your colleagues that you work with, you make videos with. Like, hey, listen, we did great in 2024. We're going to crush in 2025. And then just reaching out to friends, keeping that connection, even if you're across the world, you're across the country, continue to reach out to your friends, your colleagues, and just let them know you're still here. That connection's still there. You want to talk to them and that you're thinking about them going into the new year. Another good thing you could do with this, going into 2025, connecting with people, is ask them for advice or feedback on what you did in 2024 and advice for 2025 moving forward. Maybe they watch your YouTube channel. Maybe they have bought a product from your store, whatever it might be. Talk to them, be like, hey, listen, I know you saw what I'm doing. What do you think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's shit? What is it? Like, help me out here. So those are just things to think about. And it's a time to reconnect with people that you may have not had that day-to-day contact with, or that you have lost a connection with. Make those connections good before moving into the new year. Another one, and this goes to Cindy Cent's comment, number 8, investing in yourself in learning and development. Why is this important for yourself going into 2025? This is going to help you stay competitive and adapt to the requirements of continuous learning of what's in the world in today's day and age. A lot of people, like Cindy Sen said, he's going to get his master's degree in cybersecurity. There's probably a lot of people out there in the world that already have their master's degree in cybersecurity. But what's he doing? He's going to get up. He's going to go get that degree, and that's going to give him that competitive edge now, that he's on that same level as those people that may have had a master's degree from 3, 4, 5 years ago whenever they graduated college. Now he's going back to school. He's going to get that competitive edge back on them. So now he's in the same realm when they're interviewing for jobs or whatever it might be. So keeping yourself competitive, increasing your knowledge, this could be in anything. This is not only in education, but self-education is even more important. Reading books, staying up to date on topics, and especially in the cryptocurrency industry. We talk about that a lot. We talk about crypto a lot, and that's ever changing. Every week, something new. There's new ideas that come out. There's new coins that come out. There's all these different things that come up that change the industry for the future. So you have to stay up on top of these things, and you have to self-educate. I think reading books, and I'm really gonna pick up. That's one of my major goals in 2025, is to just pick up some more books and learn some more things in terms of business, marketing, affiliates, all different stuff that you could do for yourself to further your education. So those are the 8 points that I had for you guys. I want to hear in the comments, what are your favorite points that I listed out? What are ones that you're going to take? And I encourage you guys to choose a couple of these. You don't have to do all 8 before the new year, but I encourage you to do at least 3 or 4 of the ones that I mentioned and to lock in and do them before the new year starts on Wednesday, January 1st. So you have today, Monday, and Tuesday to just journal some ideas out, create a calendar if you want, do that task that you've been procrastinating, whatever it might be. I think that you guys should definitely get in there and do it, because it's super important, and you're going to set yourself up for major success in 2025, especially with goals and all that stuff. Just set yourself up for success early. Success doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of your intentional actions on the day-to-day. So use these last few days of 2024 to invest in yourself for the future. Invest in yourself in 2025, all right? Sandy Sen said self-improvement, the gym, and continuing education. Great. Mad Mike, if you're still listening, I know you're in the crypto world. Jot down some of your goals. Tell me a goal of yours, whatever you're looking to do in today's day and age. That's what we're here to do, right? Structure, get better, continuing that education, continuing to get better and better. the future us is depending on what we do today, right? So if today me is lazy, future me is gonna think back on that like, oh well, he wasn't thinking about that the way he should have been, and that's fine. We learn from that stuff though. You have to be able to take what you do and apply it to your future self, of course. All right. Any further questions? I appreciate you guys being here this morning. But that's really all I had for you guys. You're gonna set yourself up for success in 2025, and the next time you guys see me on these episodes, it'll be 2025. All right. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys. We'll see you guys in 2025. See you next year.